India and Pakistan Foreign Secretary level talks to take place in New Delhi today on the sidelines of Heart of Asia Summit. This will be the first Foreign Secretary level meeting between the two countries after Pathankot terror attack of January 2nd. Supreme Court to resume hearing in Vijay Mallya's loan default case today. Lending banks say Mallya not cooperating in disclosing his foreign assets and his return to India. JNU cracks a major whip against 3 students involved in the sedition case, bans Anirban Bhattacharya for pursuing any course for 5 years in JNU. Umar Khalid rusticated for 1 semester, while JNU Students' Union President Kanhaiya Kumar slapped a fine of 10,000 rupees for anti-national slogans. Heavy voter turnout of 78% recorded in the 4th phase of West Bengal Assembly polls. Election Commission says polling remained peaceful in all the 49 constituencies. No let-up in the heatwave conditions in many parts of the country. Schools shut down in Odisha till 15th June as a precautionary measure. Bengaluru and Mysore remain worst hit. Odisha sizzling at more than 48 degrees temperature. A special Mumbai court on Monday discharged all 9 accused of 2006 Malegaon blast case. The 9 men were arrested in 2006 for the Malegaon blast that killed 37 and injured over 100. In November 2011, they were granted bail. 1 died during the trial. Rajya Sabha failed to transact any legislative business on the opening day of the new session as the House faced repeated adjournments on the issue of promulgation of President's rule in Uttarakhand. The House witnessed 4 adjournments before adjourning finally for the day. India has banned import of milk and milk products, certain mobile phones and a few other items from China after finding them substandard or not following security codes. Commerce Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said in Lok Sabha that India banned these Chinese products because they were not adhering to the standard. Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion on Monday said that foreign direct investment in India touched the highest ever mark of $51 billion during the April-February period of last fiscal. In 2011-12, India had attracted FDI worth $46.55 billion. In 2014-15, it was $44.29 billion. At least 23 people have died from eating contaminated sweets in central Pakistan. Police said the deaths began last week after a man in Punjab province brought the sweets to celebrate the birth of his son. He and 11 other relatives are among the dead and 77 people were affected. Ukraine has begun commemorations to mark the 30th anniversary of the nuclear disaster in Chernobyl. Sirens were sounded at the same moment as the first explosion at the reactor in the early hours of 26 April 1986. The meltdown at the plant remains the worst nuclear disaster in history. Brazil's Senate has met to form a committee that will consider whether to impeach President Dilma Rousseff, who has accused her opponents of mounting a constitutional coup. A gay rights activist and editor of a magazine hacked to death in Dhaka, Islamist militants suspected to be behind the murder. US condemns killing of the leading activist who also worked for US Agency for International Development. India will host the 2018 Commonwealth Judo Championships in Jaipur. This was announced by the Judo Federation of India in a press release in New Delhi. Indian rower Dattu Bhokanal qualified for the Rio Olympics, bagged the silver in the finals of the men's singles sculls.